Hey there, guys. I want to thank you, as always, for joining today's live stream. So, for today's stream, we have somewhat of a unique topic. This is something I've not really discussed per se in any live stream. This is somewhat new. So, definitely take notes with this one. But there are a few things that I do want to address before I get started. I do want to always mention my website. It is bponlinefitness.com. Again, you can find a ton of information there. I do have a fitness blog, a free fitness blog, where you can check out a ton of my various different topics that I discuss in that blog. I talk about a bunch of fitness, nutrition, and health related topics in that blog. It's available for you to read. Um, when you go to the page, it's you click on the basically the hamburger button, the three lines at the top, and you go to fitness blog, and you can see that. You can also look at other information regarding my training program, a little bit about how my training works as far as online training. You can learn a ton of stuff there. You can sign up for my email newsletter. I send that out every week. And you can also book your spot to schedule a consultation with me if you're interested in online coaching. You can find that all at the website, again, bponlinefitness.com. So, with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get started with talking about today's topic. So, of course, we're talking about mindfulness and exercise, and I'll explain what mindfulness is if you're not aware of that. But this is basically discussing how to integrate mindfulness into your workout routine. So, let's go ahead and start with, basically overviewing what we're going to be talking about today. So, the first thing, of course, is talking about what mindfulness is, discussing how it's the perfect pair when it comes to mindfulness and exercise, tips for mindful exercise, discussing mind body connection. Mind body connection is something I have discussed in the past, incorporating mindfulness in your routine and then the flow state, which is what I'll discuss towards the end. So these are going to be the various points that I'm going to go over in this presentation. If you do have questions, feel free to reach out and let me know. Sometimes when I do these streams, I can't really see any comments. So keep that in mind because I am doing the presentation. It sort of gets in the way of that. But if you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment regardless, and I'll get back to it. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and discuss exactly what mindfulness is. So, mindfulness is a practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment without judgment. It involves bringing your awareness to your thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the environment around you. While it originated from ancient contemplative practices, mindfulness has gained widespread recognition for its positive effects on mental well-being in modern times. So, mindfulness, really, in simple terms, is just really being in the moment. That's the way that I really describe it, is just being aware of where you're at in the moment, not really, just focusing on the here and now is what mindfulness is. And, when it comes to, as we're going to talk about with exercise, exercise in a sense is also, you know, has some play in the mindfulness, because a lot of times with exercise you do kind of have to be in that moment, of course, because whenever you're performing exercises you do kind of have to be focused on what you're doing. So in a sense, when we're not talking about into detail, you know how it integrates together, the topic of mindfulness and exercise, but if you think about it in general terms, exercise does require some form of mindfulness, to be aware of your environment, to be aware of what you're doing, and to just be in the present moment. So, again, basically, to sort of summarize that, it's all about being aware where you're at the moment, just feeling the moment that you're in, basically. So, the perfect pair. So, enhanced performance can come from integrating mindfulness and exercise together. So, mindfulness can improve exercise performance. So, whenever you integrate mindfulness, such as just taking time away, setting time aside to basically relax, be in the moment, it's going to help with your exercises. Now, it not only is going to help with the exercises, it does help with various other aspects of your life. So, mindfulness can improve exercise performance by helping individuals cultivate focus, concentration, and mental resilience. By training the mind to stay present and focused during physical activity, individuals can optimize their technique, maximize their effort, and achieve better results in their fitness workouts. So, that's basically what I just mentioned previously in the other slide, is that you really, in general, kind of have to have mindfulness when you're performing exercise, because you have to have focus and clarity on what you're doing. Another thing is going to increase enjoyment of what you're doing. Mindfulness can deepen the enjoyment of exercise by encouraging individuals to fully immerse themselves in the present experience, in the present moment, rather than viewing exercise as a choice or means to end mindfulness. Mindfulness allows individuals to savor the sensations, sights, and sounds associated with movement, making workouts more engaging and enjoyable. One thing that I do want to mention, and this kind of goes into the next point here, is this is something that I sort of mentioned to my clients that I work with, and I've mentioned it before previously, I think in some posts, but the way that I see exercise, and I know it kind of sounds cheesy, kind of sounds a little stupid, but the way that I see exercise is it's more of an escape. And I know that sounds odd if you're not somebody who is really into exercise, or you're just not, that's just not your thing. But when you start to build a routine and you get adjusted to exercise, it becomes this sort of separate place to go to. A lot of times, too, is I define it as your third place. And basically, what a third place is something that's outside of your, you have, so let's just basically explain what a third place is. So, a third place is basically your middle ground of what you do in your day. So, you have your work that you do, that's a specific place. And then you have your home life, that's a specific place. And then your third place is just that other additional place that you go to very often. And that's the way that I sort of see exercise. If you don't, I know that it kind of sounds odd to really explain that, but that's basically how I define sort of workouts, is a third place, because you've got your home life, you got your work life, and gym life. That's basically how I see it for myself. And like I mentioned, the reason it being an escape is it's a time where I'm to myself. I'm focusing on what I'm doing. I have a specific routine that I follow, and I'm there in the moment, and I'm focusing on these specific exercises. There's nobody bother me. It's just me focusing on this. And that's the way that I've always seen exercise. It's your own little separate space that you have, that you do in your routine. And it's something that you just kind of have to change the perspective of how you see it. Another thing with exercise, continuing on what we're talking about, stress reduction. Exercise is a potent stress reliever, and when combined with mindfulness, its stress reducing benefits are amplified. Mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing, body scan meditation, or mindful movement can help individuals release tension, calm the mind, and promote relaxation both during and after exercise sessions. So, again, it's just, exercise in itself can be a stress relief. Lifting weights, I see as a stress relief myself. And again, if you don't feel that way, the way that you can sort of position yourself in that mindset is to change perspective on how you see exercise. And that's a big part of it. So, tips for mindful exercise. Begin your workout by setting an intention for practice. Consider why you're why you're exercising and what you hope to gain from it. Whether it's to improve your physical fitness, reduce stress, or boost your mood, setting a clear intention can help you stay focused and motivated throughout your workout. That's a great point, really, when it comes to any workout, because especially when you're having those days where you feel like you're not all there, you're not really feeling the workout, or you just don't want to work out today, sort of get back in that headspace and that mindset on why you're doing this exercise routine, why you're trying to reach this goal, why is it important to you, what's your intention for doing this. Because you're always going to regret not going to a workout, but you're never going to regret going to a workout. So that's something to keep in mind. Have a clear intention on why this work, why doing these workouts is important to you. Pay attention to your breath as you exercise. Notice the rhythm of your breath, the sensations of air entering and leaving your body, and how your breath synchronizes with your movements. Using your breath as an anchor can help you stay present and centered during your workout. Breath is very important, and this is something that I don't talk about as often, but having control of your breath is actually very important in your workouts. And also, it kind of maximizes how many reps that you could perform when you have a good, breathing in when you're lifting, breathing out. So it not only is bringing awareness, but it also can help you, really maximize what you're doing and allow you to perform more reps because you have control of your breathing. One thing you don't want to do is really hold your breath when you're exercising. So keep that in mind. That's something a very good way to stay present and to be mindful of what you're doing is to have control of your breath in each workout that you're doing. Listen to your body's signals and adjust workouts accordingly. Notice any areas of tension, discomfort, or fatigue and modify your movements or intensity level as needed. Pay attention to how different exercises feel in your body and prioritize safety and comfort. This is something that I mention all the time with clients is that, when it comes to, engaging muscles or an exercise, if you are uncomfortable with something, if you don't feel that, or you feel like you could get injured from something, it is best to really just take a step back and, just stop. And when it comes to exercise and you're comfortable with doing exercise and you may feel fatigue, then slow down. That's another thing you can do. A lot of times with exercise, if you're feeling discomfort or you just have certain fatigue in a certain area, could be you're not performing the workout properly. There can be different things that come with that. So just being aware of your body's signals and adjust your workouts. It's okay to slow down. You don't have to rush through your exercise. You don't have to, lift the heaviest weights. It's better to be in control of the weight during exercise, be in control of your form, being aware of what you're doing, than trying to rush through it. So pay attention to each movement that you do and have control of the weight when you're performing workouts. And again, that requires mindfulness. So, mind body connection. Mind body connection refers to intricate relationships between one's mental and physical well being when it comes to mindfulness and exercise. This connection becomes particularly apparent. Mindfulness involves paying deliberate attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about being fully aware of your thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the environment around you through mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply focusing on the sensations of the body during movement. Individuals can cultivate greater awareness and control over their mental state. Physical activity has long been known to have numerous benefits for both physical and mental health. So, regular exercise can improve cardiovascular health, strengthen muscles, enhance flexibility, and contribute to weight management. Additionally, exercise releases endorphins, which are neurotransmitters that promote feelings of happiness and well being. So, both the mind and body are interconnected. So, what you give it is basically what you give out. If you give it bad, then you're going to basically feel bad. But it's all interconnected. When you take care of your body, you're going to notice that you're going to feel way better. You're just going to feel so much different when you make better decisions with your health than when you're not. It's just all interconnected. What you give your body is what it's going to give you. You're going to get that feeling. If you're not taking care of it, you're going to feel bad. But if you are taking care of it, you're going to feel good and you're going to feel, have more energy. And this is sort of a discussion that I had recently with someone is that when it comes to, a lot of people, a lot of times, they always have the question on, why am I tired? Why am I tired all the time? Why do I feel sluggish all the time? And a lot of times that is because of the decisions that they're making. If you don't have a proper nutrition, if you don't drink enough water, if you don't have regular physical activity, that is likely the reason why you're tired. You will notice a huge difference whenever you start to become physically active and you build a routine of being active. You will notice your energy levels completely change when you integrate physical activity in your body. And I know that same feeling because I used to have that feeling of being tired all the time, but it's because I wasn't taking care of myself. When you take care of it yourself, you start to notice how much different you feel. And that's where that that interconnection works. What you give your body, it gives to you. I mean, you're going to have that feeling. So keep that in mind, is that if you're feeling a certain way, if you don't have energy, or there's likely something that you need to make adjustments to in your lifestyle, and that's the reason why you're feeling that way. But just know that both the mind and body are very interconnected when it comes to a lot of things, and exercise is going to help you feel so much better mentally as well. So mindful movement and everyday exercise. So these are some basically examples of different types of exercises that you can sort of integrate mindfulness into. So, walking. Instead of rushing from one place to another, approach walking with mindfulness. Pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your breath, and the sights and sounds around you. Notice the movement of your body with each step and allowing yourself to be fully present in the experience. Stair climbing, whether you're climbing stairs at home, work, or in public places, use this opportunity for mindful movement. Focus on the sensation of your muscles engaging as you lift your body up each step. Pay attention to your breath and maintain a steady rhythm as you ascend. Take note of how your body feels throughout the movement. Stretching. Incorporate stretching exercises into your daily routine with mindfulness. Pay attention to the sensations of tension and release in your muscles as you stretch. Focus on your breath, inhaling deeply as you lengthen the muscles and exhaling as you relax into the stretch. Tune into your body's signals and adjust the intensity of the stretch accordingly. So again, it's being aware of what you're doing. It's really how simple it is being aware of, how your feet are moving, how you feel the sensation of your feet as you're walking, how you feel the sensation of your legs when you're climbing upstairs, and how you feel the same sensation of a stretch. It's all about just being present and not really focusing on the outside, but being present with what you're doing in the moment. And that's what it's all about when it comes to mindfulness and integrating it into exercise. So incorporating mindfulness into your routine, and this is somewhat outside of just exercise itself. So incorporating mindfulness into your routine involves cultivating present moment awareness and non-judgmental acceptance in various aspects of your life. So this can be included in various different things, not just when it comes to exercise. So start your day with a few moments of mindfulness meditation. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath or a specific anchor, such as a word or sensation. Take moments to set an intention for the day, focusing on what you want to prioritize and what you want to show up in various situations. This can be very beneficial when it comes to your fitness goals. If there's something you want to achieve, use that as somewhat of an anchor for setting the tone for your day. Mindful eating is another thing. Practice mindfulness during meals by savoring each bite, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and sensations in your mouth. Eat slowly and mindfully, chewing your food thoroughly and noticing the experience of nourishing your body. Again, it's all about being present with everything that you're doing. So the flow state, this is the last sort of point that I'm going to sort of go over as we sort of conclude this topic of talking about mindfulness and exercise. So the flow state, also known as being in the zone, is a psychological state characterized by complete absorption and activity, where time seems to pass quickly and individuals experience intense focus. high performance, and a sense of effortless control. When it comes to mindfulness and exercise, the flow state can be achieved by integrating mindfulness practices with physical activity. So when you're in a flow state, there are some benefits. So performance. Flow states are associated with enhanced performance and peak experiences. In the context of exercise, individuals may achieve greater strength, endurance, coordination, and overall athletic performance when they are in a flow state, as they are able to access their full potential without the interference of distractions or self-doubt. Flow state is basically being, avoidant of distractions, being all in and completely focused on what you're trying to do in your exercises. Intrinsic motivation is individuals in the flow state are often intrinsically motivated by the activity itself rather than external rewards. Intrinsic motivation, to sort of define that and give you an idea of what that is, that's basically being motivated by the inward rewards you get from exercising. So, for example, there's another term called extrinsic motivation, and this is basically earning a reward for exercising. So, for example, if you think of like a bodybuilding competition, that's an extrinsic motivation for why you're weightlifting. That could be an extrinsic motivation that you have. Whereas intrinsic motivation is more of the rewards you get physically or inward, the rewards you feel from your exercise, the rewards you feel from, feeling accomplished from completing the exercise itself. It's not necessarily earning a physical reward, it's more of an internal reward. So that's basically what intrinsic motivation means. So individuals in the flow state, of course, are often intrinsically motivated by activity itself rather than external rewards or outcomes. So they engage in exercise for the sheer enjoyment of the experience, finding fulfillment in the process rather than solely focusing on an end goal. It's being a part of the process, enjoying the present moment, enjoying the process to reaching, maybe basically the more external goal that you're trying to reach physically, but being present in the moment and enjoying the process is basically what that means. So you can earn that basically or you can feel that sensation when you integrate both mindfulness as well as, exercise combined together. So that's all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you for taking the time to check this live stream out and listen to this topic. I know this is a very unique topic and it's something that I've not really discussed, but it is important to keep in mind, and it can be beneficial when it comes to, your exercise routine, staying focused and just staying in the moment and sort of remembering why this is important to you, and use that mindfulness to anchor you to get through your routine. So again, guys, thank you for your time. I do have another live stream, of course, next Wednesday. I'm going to be talking a little bit about plyometric training. That'll be mainly the topic that I discuss next week, but it's going to be sort of about how weightlifters and individuals who lift weights can benefit from plyometric training. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the next live stream. Again, guys, my website is here, bponlinefitness.com. Ton of information there that you can check out. I'll also post the latest live stream on my website on the homepage. So you'll see this stream be on there this week, and I always change it out weekly so that the latest live stream is there. And this video or this live stream will also be posted to YouTube so you can watch it there. But thank you guys again. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can leave a comment, you can send me a message, and you can also email me. My email is brandonpart95@gmail.com. If you do have any questions, just feel free to reach out. But that's all I have for you guys today. Again, I hope that you found this valuable. I hope that you took notes. And I hope that it helps you, think about your routine and think about different strategies that you can incorporate into your routine to stay focused on the exercises that you're doing. So thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in the next live stream.